Hi everyone, I am Riddhi and I'm going to document my journey of yoga and meditation from scratch. That means from day one. And yes, I will be doing it for my own self. I feel I want to see the change that the person I'm becoming by from day one to the day X, I'll be doing it. And of course, that needs to be like Zen thing for me. Then coming about yoga and meditation. Before that, before I tell you about my whole session, 2 hour session, what I learned from my guru and what he taught me, and all the lessons that I have learned, practices I did. There's something I would like to share with you. I feel that we all are passionate for some or the other thing, and in that process of being passionate about something, we we are not able to get into that passion because we always keep on looking for that perfect moment time to start, for like the some perfect time will come and we'll start then only. But I feel that there is no perfect time to start. The case in my case also, I feel that this is the same thing that I happened with me. I was from a long time I was waiting for the perfect time to come, then I'll start and I work on my, like, this is my passion, I'll be happy doing it. But no perfect time. And if you feel that you are passionate about something, please get yourself 15 or 30 minutes every single day to work on your passion, you and your passion, so that you can live for your own self only. You're not living for others, you're living for yourself. You should be giving yourself a little of time. Invest in yourself, I feel. So yes, so let's get started with the learnings of day one. And I have divided this 2 hour session into 4 parts. So let's get into the first part. The first part is where I learned about how to correctly breathe. Okay, if I ask you to take a long breath and exhale, inhale and exhale, what you will do is, this is how we all do, right? We elevate our chest, we expand our chest, we elevate our shoulders. This is how we breathe. But this is not the correct breathing. So when what is this breathing called? Breathing called chest breathing. But this is not the correct way of breathing. Correct way of breathing is through belly. When we take a breathe, we do it from stomach, abdomen. Abdomen breathing is the correct way of breathing, what I've learned. Where they say that when we breathe in, we expand our stomach outside, and when we exhale, we get that stomach inside. That is the correct way of breathing, because at that time we are able to use our lungs to 100%. It works 100% when we do belly breathing, and that is the correct way of breathing. And this is what I learned, that breathing needs to be done in a correct way. How surprising it is that we breathing is that non-negotiable part of our life, and surprisingly we are not able to do that correctly. And if we correct our breathing, then how differentiate that will be, like how different our lives would become internally when we do it a little small basics correct kar lenge, to how big difference that will make, I feel. And then we did the conscious breathing, where I prepared my body to breathe that correct way by breathing through belly. And I feel that do after doing like 10 20 times belly breathing, then we did unconsciously like natural breathing, so that our body can relate the, like, I prepared it by doing it consciously, then I left it to natural breathing, so that my body can adapt the correct way of breathing. This was the first part where I learned how to breathe, where he taught me, where the Guruji taught me that respirate our respiratory system, how it works. The main work is done by respiratory, right, breathing part, and that needs to be done in a correct way, so that our respiratory system works to the fullest and it remains healthy. Okay, so next, the part 2. If we talk about part 2, where I learned about breath plus movement coordination, like coordinating the movement with my breath. It is very important when we are doing yoga, even if you are doing it unprofessionally, non-professionally, for your own sake, you should know this basic thing, that when you are making movements in asanas, we are changing from one position to other, how to breathe in that correctly in those situation. So where I learned is that ki when I am changing my position, how, when to exhale, when to inhale. So for example, we did a few neck movements, back, front, like front, back, side, front. These are the few movements we did, and where he taught me how to breathe, like when to exhale and when to inhale. Supposedly I'm going backward, I'll inhale because I'm expanding, so I'll inhale. What I did was, inhaled, I got back. When I exhaled, I got front. So whenever we are expanding our body in any position, at that time our we'll be inhaling the breathe, like we'll inhale, and when we coming, like our body is contracting, then we'll be exhaling through our like nostrils. So this is the correct way. Whenever we are changing the positions, we need to be careful, the inhale and exhale game. And one thing that I've learned, very surprising, like that stuck to my mind, for whenever we are in a like acute angle, right, like body is like going this way, going down, we'll always exhale, we'll always exhale. So that is what I learned. Okay, we need to know, when we are expanding, we'll be inhaling, when we are contracting, we'll exhale. That is the natural breathing, that is a rhythmic movement of our breathe when we are moving. So coordinating your movements with the breath is very important when we are doing yoga. Yoga is something that is very slow. We slow it down. We are able to sense every part of our body. We are able to realize a lot of things that we going on in our life when we slow down. So yes, this was the second part of the like 2 hour session, where I learned about how to coordinate movement with breath. Okay, so let's get into the third part of the session, which was basically stretching and body alignment, where I we did few stretches. And how we did that, stretches is, we as a body, we like, we as a humans, अगर हम बात करें, we are always sitting or doing some work. We are not living so much of movement life. We are living a very sedentary lifestyle, so we are not able to stretch our body, that so that we are able to stretch our nerves. Stretches are very important for our body. So that part, I learned about stretches and body alignment, how we did few stretches that opens the body, that opens every part of our internal part of our body, and that is very important for us to do every single day. Few stretches and you are good to go. There will be no cramp, there will be no uh, anything that like एकदम से जो पेन होता है ना, वी मूव एंड समथिंग हैपन्स, सो दैट विल नॉट हैपन, बिकॉज ऑफ द स्टिफनेस इन द बॉडी दैट हैपन्स. If we'll stretch every single day, there will be no stiffness in our body. So where I learned that, we did side stretches like this. And one thing that I learned was, when we are supposedly, I learned one stretch, that when I'm taking my hand, I'm stretching it out, lot stretch out, and I'm inhaling, and when I'm going on the side, I'm exhaling, and when I'm coming back to position, then again I'm inhaling. Then when I'm going down, stretching my arm, then I am exhaling. This was the simple stretch, but it felt so refreshing for the body that we need to do it. And what the main learning from body alignment and stretching I learned was, when I was being taught to go front, like we stretch ourselves, like we breathe in and we go forward, we exhale. What we need to know is that we are not supposed to put our nose on the mat. No, we always put the chin. We'll always go like this. We'll not go like this will create a problem here. We'll have a hump on the neck. So make sure you do it like correctly through the chin, not the nose. So always remember the chin needs to go front. Okay, so this was the third part of the session where I learned about body alignment, and we did stretches, lunges, few back stretches, side stretches, so that I my body is very new to, like, from a long time I'm not doing any yoga and meditation. So my body needs to get a little bit open. So that is why we did few stretches, so that our body gets a little relaxed also by doing stretches, and the stiffness get go through, like goes from the body a little. And the fourth part, which was very mind opening, was where our Guruji instructed us. What we did was, he instructed us to tighten either our left arm or right arm, or right leg or left leg, to whenever he says tighten up your left arm. So we'll be tightening, our focus should be on left arm properly, purely, and our other body should be in a very loose and relaxed form. And this is how he used to say, tighten up and relax. And for four of this, like right arm, legs, okay, and he used to instruct us, and we used to tighten up and relax. This makes us feel realization hoti hai that you are able to take control of the body part. You are focusing on that part, and then you are tightening up, and then you are releasing up. That thing, that gives you very soothing effect, that really gives you very empowering thing you feel inside your body. So yes, this was the four parts. The two session, like 2 hour session went like this in four parts, and in the end what we did was shavasana, where I lay down and relaxed my body, and my eyes was closed, and I was just relaxing, was absorbing whatever I learned in that session. And shavasana is the most beautiful thing. You can do it any, like, at your home. Just lay down, no pillow under your neck, just you laying down and eyes closed. Dim the lights around your, like, in the room, and just relax for 5 minutes, and it will give energize your body like anything. So yes, this was the day one, learning yoga and meditation from scratch, and thank you for watching.